Hey guys, welcome back. So I've got a review video for you today on some products from Cover FX. So first I have the, the anti-aging primer, the natural finish oil-free foundation, and the illuminating setting powder. They sent these products to me to try out. They didn't ask me to do a video or review or anything like that, but I always like to show you guys what I'm sent so that I can give you my reviews and thoughts on them. So I've been trying out these products for a while now, so I will definitely be able to give you some thoughts on each of these products. So first I'm gonna jump into the demo, and then we'll get to the review at the end of the video. So let's get to the demo. All right, so I've already applied some moisturizer. Today I used my Estee Lauder Day Wear Advanced Multi-Protection Antioxidant Cream. So that's what moisturizer I used today. So now I'm gonna use the primer. This is the anti-aging primer, and it says it's clinically tested, paraben, fragrance, gluten, mineral oil, and talc-free, vegan. A healthy primer that not only extends foundation wear, but contains vitamins and a multi-peptide complex to increase collagen, improve clarity, and reduce the appearance of fine lines. So that all sounds really good. So I'm excited to use this. I've been using it already, so I already know that I do like it, but I'm excited to use it again today. So I kind of concentrate this primer more on kind of the T-zone of my face, because that's where I tend to kind of have foundation breakdown and more pores and things like that. So that's typically where I put my primers more so, and then just kind of spread out some of the extra around the outside of my face. But I do really like this primer. I'm not a huge primer girl, but I do feel like this works really well with the foundation. So every time I have tried the foundation, I've used the primer with it. So I do think that it really helps the longevity, and it's awesome that it has such good ingredients. I mean, that's always good to have just another way of getting good ingredients into your skin. Now I'm going to take my Natural Finish Oil-Free Foundation. I have it in N20. I'm really kind of in between a P20 and an N20. Typically I'm more on the neutral side, but the P20 isn't super pink, so that one would have probably worked for me too. So this one is a little bit more on the yellowy side, but it still works. So let me read about this. It says, clinically tested, paraben, fragrance, gluten, mineral oil, and talc-free, vegan, a healthy oil-free foundation with flexible sheer to full coverage, which is kind of neat. You have like options there. Containing powerful vitamins and antioxidants, this formula hydrates, reduces redness, and leaves a beautiful natural finish. And I've tried applying this several different ways, with a brush, with my fingers more so, just kind of blending with my fingers. But I found that I actually prefer my Beauty Blender from the beginning, which I never usually like foundations that way. Sometimes I use it at the end after a brush, but with this foundation, I like to use it from the beginning with the Beauty Blender. And I actually go ahead and apply it to my face like this and then blend, which I never do that either. So I've kind of played around with this foundation and found kind of the ways that it works best for me. So I'm just gonna apply this. So here's what it looks like with one coat. So you can see it's just a really pretty, natural, kind of glowy finish on my skin. So it's definitely a more dewy type looking foundation, at least on my skin type. I'm combo oily. I do like it with one coat. I think you can definitely get away with just one coat, but I am gonna go back in with a second coat kind of on some parts like really around my T-zone. I'm gonna go in with just a little bit more coverage, and right in here I have some spots that don't like to cover up, so I'm gonna go back in with one more coat in those areas. All right, so here it is with the second coat. So you can see it definitely gave more coverage in there. It still has that luminosity to it. So I do really like the look of it. It's definitely more on the glowy side, which is something I'm getting more used to with foundations. I've always been a matte only foundation type girl, but I'm really becoming more of a fan of the luminous look within reason. And I think this is definitely within reason. It doesn't look greasy, it just looks that kind of like glow. So I'm gonna go do my concealer and my brows, and I'll be right back to show you the powder. All right, so this is the Illuminating Setting Powder, and it says about this, I have it in light. It says clinically tested, paraben, fragrance, gluten, mineral oil, and talc-free, vegan, illuminating loose setting powder with light reflecting particles for a soft, healthy glow. Rich in antioxidants known to soothe and reduce redness. So that's really cool. It does come with a little, now I've gotten mine all dirty, but it does come with a little like protective thingy right here. So I had that in there, but now it's gotten all moved around. So for under my eyes, I'm gonna be using my e.l.f. small tapered brush, and I'm gonna set with that. Just to tell you, I love this powder. It's so good. And a little bit goes a long way, so this is gonna last a very long time. I just love it. And I'm gonna set the rest of my face with my Real Techniques blush brush. So here's with the powder all on. So you can see it kind of takes down that luminosity just a little bit, but it just keeps this nice natural finish to your skin. So I really love this powder because I think it does a good job of not making you look shiny or anything like that, but just very natural in the finish of your skin. So great powder, love that. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my makeup, and I'll be back to give you kind of my final thoughts and review on these products. Okay, now for a quick wrap up. So first, the anti-aging primer. I do really like this primer. Like I've mentioned before, I'm not really a primer girl. I don't use them on a daily basis. I'm not really necessarily looking for pore filling or even to increase the longevity of my foundations, because most of my foundations are pretty long wearing anyway. But for me, one of the main things I would probably look for in a primer if I were to add it to my routine would be, what is it doing for my skin long term? Like, is it improving the quality of my skin or doing something special? So this one sounds like it definitely is, since it has that, what did they say? Vitamins and a multi-peptide complex to increase collagen, improve clarity, and reduce the appearance of fine lines. So that's really good. It sounds like it just has great ingredients in it. And also I do really like this primer with the foundation. So if I wear this foundation, I do really like using the primer with it. I think it definitely helps. So I think this primer is a good product, but for me, I would be using it more so for just the great ingredients in it. And then for the foundation, I like it. I don't necessarily love it. It's not in my top 5 that I've tried or anything like that, but I think it's because I'm typically more on the combo to oily skin side. But on my drier skin days, because I do sometimes have those, especially in the wintertime, I'll have just a random dry skin day here and there, I will grab for this foundation because it does have a really pretty luminous look to it. It feels really nice on the skin. It feels kind of hydrating. It lasts pretty well. I haven't really had a drier skin day lately, but on my combo to oily skin days, it does start to break down later in the day, but I know that this will be great on those drier skin days. So if you are a normal to dry skin girl, I think you will really like this foundation. If you're more on the combo to oily side, just know you're gonna have to prep your skin. You're probably going to have to do some touch-ups through the day, but if you like that luminous look to your skin, I think you will really love this. As far as application, definitely the Beauty Blender or some kind of a dampened sponge. That seems to be the best in my opinion. I tried brushes, I tried my fingers, and I really didn't like the way that it looked so much with those. But with the Beauty Blender, I loved it. It just gave such a beautiful natural finish. So these are great together. And then I really like the powder. You know, I've tried it out with the Cover FX foundation, but I've also used this with some of my other foundations and really enjoyed it with those too. I just like that it gives that kind of natural, just subtle luminous glow to your skin, and as a combo to oily skin girl, that's what I really enjoy, where it's just a little bit of a subtle luminosity. So I absolutely love this powder. It's definitely the standout product of the 3 things that I received, and I will definitely continue using it, both with my Cover FX foundation, but also with the other foundations in my collection. All right guys, that was my review on some face products from Cover FX. So I hope that you really enjoyed this video. If you have any questions about any of these products, maybe something I forgot to mention, just ask those down below. I'm happy to answer those. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!